cast to you and have this broadcasting, so I just switched it to where I'm
Another
doing
broken trap.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
made these things?
So I'm like, yeah, there's got to be some asshole out here.
Shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Well, it just saved right there, so that's
Open
nice.
the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
What the
That
fuck?
pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
Oh, shit.
Gotta fight that.
The nine hells! Open the gates!
I thought those were wargs. Like what the goblins and shit rode.
Go ahead, okay.
Yep. Can't open the gate. No. Yeah. Oh, no, don't get under it. No, don't get under it. Yeah, I was like, you're about to kill all of you.
Shit! Form a line!
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Alright, so we gotta run up and... Who's this fucking guy?
Oh, new guy.
Yeah, it was supposed to be one of the new companions. What a douche.
Bleed every last one of you!
Yeah, they're all gonna attack. Yeah, definitely hellish review. Yeah, fuck you, you son of a bitch. Jesus. Oh, she hamstringed him though. It means he can't move. Oh, and he can use the arms of Hadar, so he's a warlock as well. Okay. I don't want another warlock on my team. I'm the warlock. My god is the best. Difficult movement terrain, so it doubles fucking cost. Jesus Christ.
What now?
It's definitely got advantage. That's gonna fuck us over. There we go. Fucking.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I will ascend.
Oh, I didn't know you had a bow. I was trying to get you to run up there. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh shit, rallied. Jesus, I just told her to walk up. Am I not allowed to use any of my other stuff? No, I guess not. They just switched. Wow, that's fucking ridiculous. Oh, she's on ice. What the fuck? There we go. Eldritch blast that bitch. This is him, yeah. There you go. Sneak attack. Boom.
Nothing will stand in my way.
No, critical hit. And I killed him. I killed the leader of the goblins. Fuck that guy and his mother. Which would also probably be some... What do you think goblin women look like? You know what I mean? Like, you know how people used to think of how witches look like, where they had they were green, like Wizard of Oz witches, right? With the long nose and they're green, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking like, what if goblin women are the same thing but midgets?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
not midgets. You're not supposed to call them midgets. Dwarfs. Like, if you take
But the arm and go.
dwarven witches and shrink them down, you know, with the green skin and everything, then I'm like, that's a goblin right there, dog. Like, you just gotta like sharpen their teeth and like shark teeth and stuff, you know. And they're goblins. That's what that is. Speaking of little people and dwarves, did you know that there's the Dwarf Actors Association is trying to sue fucking the new Snow White movie? Because they came out with the
Could
Snow
call them
White.
little people instead of dwarves.
Well, I don't know which one is better. I think they're called dwarves because the guy that I listen to, that's the comedian who's a dwarf, he calls himself a dwarf. He's like, we're dwarfs. I think that sounds cooler than fucking little people. You know, I'd rather be a dwarf than a little person.
Dwarves, haven't they? It's like calling. Oh my god.
No, because a dwarf is a person who is just smaller than you, but is a man. You know what I mean? It's like strong looking. You could still be a badass dwarf. But when you say, "Oh, that's a little person," it's like demeaning. You know, it's the same as kind of like midget. You know, it's just kind of demeaning to them. You know. But every time I've ever talked to a little person, if you want to call it that, they've always said, "Call me a dwarf," because that sounds cooler. Like, I'd rather be called a dwarf because it's not that I'm dwarfed in my stature. I'm thinking to myself, like, Lord of the Rings style and shit like that. You know, I'm like, I'm a fucking dwarf, dude. I'm strong as shit. I'll still fuck you up even though you're a tall person. I'll kick you right in your fucking balls, yo.
Yeah.
Like, I am just tall enough to punch you right in your nutsack repeatedly. So, like, what do you fucking want me to do? Dude, if I had a weapon, I'm more scary than any other person you've ever gone up against because the only thing you have to block is your legs, and tall people can't do that unless you have, like, a tower shield.
Yeah.
So we used to do the whole at one of the anime conventions we did where you had the foam weapons and stuff, like foam shields, foam swords and stuff. You'd fight each other and stuff. And there's one of the little guys walks up and he's like, "Yo, you know, I want to prove that dwarfs are badass. You get in the ring with me and I'll fuck up any tall, you know, any regular sized person. I'll fuck them up right now."
Yeah.
And so, you know, we just thought it was funny, so we jumped in and was like, "Hey, buddy, you know, I'll fucking take you on." And so I went on. I was like, "Hey, I'm going to be real with it." And he's like, "No worries. I'm going to be real with it." And as soon as the guy went 1, 2, 3, go, he went in between the shield and my sword and stabbed me right in the like right where your cock and balls meets your leg, you know?
Oh my.
So right in that niche, he just shoved it right there and you could he hit it. And I went, "Okay, no, I'm dead." Yeah, no, I just stopped and I was like, You're right. I would have lost this. That there's a reason why dwarfs are actually badass is because you can't block it fast. Like, dude, that's my jugular, or not my jugular, my like, what do you call it? There's a huge artery in your legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just shoved his sword. Like, it wasn't even like he even tried. Like, I sat there, put my shield up, had my sword. They went go. I stepped. Took one step forward, and as soon as I stepped, he put it right in between the shield and my sword, right in my leg. And it was like, okay, And I was like, I'm dead. Yeah, no, I understand. I'm dead because there's nothing I could have done after that. Like I'm
Yeah.
fucked right there. That's if he'd have hit me right there in real life back in the
Stabbing your
day,
leg in the
I'm
arm.
bleeding yeah, dude, I'm bleeding the fuck
Yeah,
out so
bleeding
hard.
arm.
So I just looked at him and he was like, "This is why I like to be called a dwarf." And I was like, "That makes sense, man, because you actually kick ass, dog. Like that's
Yeah.
I'm sorry." Like oh, they're gonna fucking kill me because they're on top of there and I can't get either of my guys over here.
Onward.
Okay, wait, I wonder if I can heal. Nope, because I've already used them as actions and bonus actions. Fuck. I should have rested before coming here. How long ago did I save it?
Can't remember. Well, try, see what you can do first.
Oh no, it's right there before we got here. Fuck yeah. Because my thing is that I don't have any fucking spells that I can use, so that's the issue. And they're not undead. Distract your enemies with an illusion. Within 3 meters of the illusion, attack roll type of advantage for you and your allies. There you go. Invoke duplicate. So if anyone is within like 50 meters of that, they'll go and try and attack that. Nope, they shot my person, so it got rid of it. Never mind. Arms of Hadar.
Be quick.
Oh, the rogues can actually climb everything. Damn, okay. Dude, it still misses. Okay.
Yes.
Still breathing, despite everything. Swift as my feet can
Oh
carry
no, I
me.
guess everyone can climb this up. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Alright, let me see if I can... Because I can't talk to animals. Let me see if I can Eldritch Blast his ass. 65%. Think I should use it?
Try it.
It's only 65. Okay, please. Please work. Oh, it's 6 damage. He's 1 fucking health.
Well,
Jesus.
he's dead in the next go.
My path be true.
Oh my god, what?
Because it's all arrows, that's why I hate
Oh,
using
yeah.
fucking...
I didn't know.
No, because I gotta get my cleric up here and she can't get up here. All the way to hit him. See, so she's right there and can't hit him. Wait, there's firebolt. That's 25% chance. I'm not wasting that. Okay, so yeah, he gets to hit her. Everyone gets to fight again. Oh, at least they're healing my people. That's cool. Because I saved them. See, but that's the sad part about... Do you notice how that guy was throwing healing potions on my people and healing them, right? So,
Sealed in a bit, yeah.
yeah, so you know how you... Okay, never mind.
Inside! All of you, more may follow! Open the gate!
But how that guy was just randomly throwing fucking
Yeah,
health potions
seemingly.
up and it was exploding and healing us, right? The problem with that is that if you have such a like really high dexterity, you'll evade it, right? So you don't get to heal. Because you'll roll your dice and you'll be like, oh, my dexterity's so good that I dodged what was being thrown at me, you know? And so even though it was a healing potion, you know what I mean, like you dodged the healing potion.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can fuck it up a you know, bunch of ways. Goblin scimitar, Jesus. Just do it like this, train. Oh, that's the leader of them, Zarkrug. We killed him, so. Oh, I didn't even tell you that, Sock. Yeah, so fucking Levi's Deliveries. Oh, and a bugbear. That's cool. You don't know what a bugbear is. I'll explain later. But I was right. That was a warg. But Levi's Amazon Deliveries fucked her over. You remember how I told you that when we worked for Walmart doing deliveries, that like there would be some people who it'd be like, hey, so there's delivery to go 10 miles, right? And we're gonna offer you $36. Like it says $36, and like, you know, 16 of it is tip,
I'll be keeping
right?
an eye on you.
Like
Yeah.
somebody's tipping you to like, I want you to come here.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group.
Um,
Lazel is delightful.
And then
In a
you remember
very
how I told you
look
that
at my
sometimes
twice
they
noticed
were
me
able to
kind
take
of way,
those
of
away. You know, they would just be like, oh, ha, ha, fuck you. You know, I made you took this because it's a $36 delivery, you know, where I tipped half of it. Once you deliver it, I just take my tip away, and then now you only get paid half the delivery
Really?
fee.
What, are we telling you they're going
Yeah.
to give you that?
No, wait.
How can
So
you
that,
do
that
that?
I told you this multiple times, but that's how the like Walmart works and stuff. Like, if you're going to somewhere and you're delivering like 30 different deliveries, and each one of them tipped you $1, you know, or one of them tipped you
Yeah,
$20, right? Because you want to get your delivery the fastest, right? So you put up a good tip amount. So you're like, I'm gonna tip $20. So what comes up on our screen is, you know, how much food you ordered, you know, like milk jugs, how much like gallons of water, things like that. You know what I mean? It would pop up with like how many items are there, like 500 items. And then next to it, it says you're paying $50. Like, so because in reality, you, like if you're on Amazon right there, you pay $20 for the item, right? But
yeah.
it gets sent to us, and then it gets put on a route, right? Where we have to go and drop off a bunch of other items to other people, right? So we're going to drop off your item too, but we're going to hit a bunch on the same time, right? So it adds each one of you, every time one of you guys tips, it adds that up. So I'm going to get a route that says I have 20 packages, right?
Yeah, but this is just
And
a paid one.
one
They
sec,
can't do
I
that
know.
no way.
And so I'm going to deliver these 20 packages. And because whenever I said, hey, so when I was looking at the schedule, it says, hey, 20 packages for, you know, $70. And it's going to take you 60 miles, right? So delivering all of these will take you 60 miles altogether, right? You know, so it lets you know
Yeah.
how you know, how far you're going to have to go, you know, how much gas you need and stuff. So it's like, now do you accept it? And you're like, yes, okay, I accept this. So it's like, okay, so when you finish this, you're going to get $70 for dropping each one of these packages off, because each person added, you know, each package is $2, and then everyone, you know, tipped $2. So you're going to make $20, right?
Mm.
So you drop them all off, right? You do everything perfectly right. Just how they say, you drop it all off, you hit the button, you know, you bing bong, and then you just walk off, because it's supposed to be non-contact delivery. So you just show up, drop their stuff off on their front porch, hit the fucking button, and then just walk away, right?
Yeah, go on.
So we do that. We did it. And so we did it for the past week, and somebody took away their tips, and it was so bad that they canceled their order or something, because we went from making $70 in a trip to $15 for that trip. They took all of it away. All of that money, everything that we did in that trip, they took it all away.
Jeez. That's
So
not
we were
good.
supposed to, we had like plan, like, okay, well this is going to pay for this, this is going to pay for this, bills are going to do this, you know what I mean? And with any delivery company, they can actually take away and refund your pay back to the customer, period, without letting you know. So we did this delivery like a week ago, and then all of a sudden when we're supposed to get paid, we get paid $14. And Levi's like, what the fuck, because we did like a bunch of deliveries, like why the fuck is this happening? She calls them and they're like, well, we'll have to send it up to a higher part of the corporation because we're not allowed to see pay stubs, which makes sense because that's like the call, department. So they can't see any of your personal information, That makes sense. The problem is the only way to get to the call department is within 24 hours, you're going to receive a email, and then you might be able to talk to them after that.
What?
So it's like even after the email.
And it's not your fault. It's just because the customer didn't get his food or the
No. That's the thing is we delivered everything on time. We did every time that we deliver, we finish our deliveries an hour early, where it says hey, this is a shift that's going to take you from 6 o'clock in the morning till 9 in the morning. We'll have everything done at 8. You know what I mean? We'll deliver everything at 8, go back to the warehouse, everything's good. That's why we don't understand how they just sat there and was like, oh, okay, we're going to take away half of your payment. Half of your total payment is just gone. Now, we don't know what happened. It's just not there. And none of the low-level people, how I said when I'm going to school, right? If I went to the first school, you'd just be like a technician who just sat on the phone and talked to people. Those people can't get into your, stuff. They have to lift it up to another person. You know what I mean? They just can't get there. That's not what they do. But the problem is if they don't actually send those emails up, then it could take us 6 months before us ever finding out where our money went. It has just disappeared.
Jeez.
And that's now think about this. Suck. Now wait, Suck. Think about this. This is a actual company that you have a contract with, and they somehow are allowed to just take your money away.
Yeah, what fucking bullshit.
That you losing $40, and that was not just tips.
It was because the base pay was $22.50 plus $45 in tips. So I got paid $14 tips instead of $45 tips.
Okay, sorry. 1 second. Come here and re-explain that because just look at the mic.
No, the base pay was $22.50 plus $45 in tips. Instead of getting $45 in tips, I got $13 in tips. So I'm like, you gotta tell me why you took the tip away, what I did wrong, because people tip bait where they offer a big tip so they get their deliveries fast, and as soon as you deliver, even if you did nothing wrong, they take their whole tip away. So that's pretty bullshit. But the other one, the 20-30 package shift, they don't tip. They just pay you base pay, so they can't take that away. So when we get a $72 shift for 3 hours for 30 packages, they can't take that away. But the Whole Foods order where we delivered 2 different orders, that was groceries and tipping, and they can take their tips away, which is dumb.
No, it's not good, is it?
It's fucking ridiculous how they can just sit there and basically, if you sit at a restaurant with your mom and your dad, right, and you're sitting there eating food, and the waitress comes up, ha ha ha, she does her stuff. She's a really good waitress. If you sit there and you're like, hey, I'm going to give you $20 in tips because you're a really good waitress, right?
Yeah.
And then a week later, you call your bank and it's like, no, I never wanted that to happen. I didn't do that. So you just take that $20 back from them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm like, how fucking, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh
Like,
no, it's crazy.
I just don't, because like how Levi said is just, there are people that I can't remember what it's called. What? Tip baiting. It's called tip baiting because they'll sit there and like, so suck. You're sitting there and like, you know, your mom and your dad are sick, right? So nobody can leave the house. Everyone's in quarantine, right? So you get on your phone and you're like, hey, I want, you know, for my local grocery store, I want 2 gallons of milk. I want a gallon of sweet tea. I want this. I want that, you know, all this stuff. And you order it to be delivered to your house. But if you don't put a tip on it, it could take you 3 days before they actually get there. So what you do is you put $30 as a tip on there, you know, and boom, somebody's going to snatch that bitch up and you will have that food the next day, right?
Yeah.
Now the problem is that next day, right as soon as they deliver it, you get on there and you say that they did something wrong and you want your money back.
Oh my god.
And so now all those tips that was supposed to go to them, that $30, that $20 is gone now instantly, ripped out of that person's hand.
Not good.
And you can literally, so you can advertise this amount of money and not make that amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's so fucked up, is because you can sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to take, this thing says I'm going to drop off to 10 different houses and it's going to give me $100. You know, each house gives me $10, right? Well, the company's technically only paying me $2 per house and the rest of them are tips or whatever. So if any of those houses remove their tips, I lose everything. You know what I mean? I've lost all my money at this point, you know. And then it doesn't keep up, the company doesn't give a fuck for your gas, right? You know, how much you're driving or anything like that.
It's not worth it, is it? Oh my god. That's fucking... That's how it's going today, isn't it?
I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Alright. Say again, sorry.
That's why, like, the other Amazon deliveries we've done, I think are better because there's not tips offered, so they can't take it away, so we get what we see. So if it says $72 to $150, whatever we accept it for, that's what we're going to get.
Yeah, but you're doing the actual Amazon drop-offs, not the... Yeah, not the food. But yeah, so she says that the food drop-offs and Amazon, or not Amazon, Walmart drop-offs are shit because at any time they can actually remove their tips for no reason.
They did a thing over here, I don't know if they still do it, about 10, 15, 20 years ago, where people, you know, kids out of work could do like work experience for no money, like, you know, like it was called 3 hours or something just to get experience, but you wouldn't get paid for it. But they were using people, ringing them up, oh, come in and work, come in and do this, come in and do that, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
It's, what do you call it? It's co-op work or whatever. Like, you come in, you work a certain
So
amount of
everyone
hours, but you
fucked
don't
it
get
up. Nobody
paid.
did it. Nobody went in.
Give you,
Nobody
like,
did
benefits.
It. Yeah.
No,
So they had
which
to fuck it up.
now in certain places it actually does work, Sock. At like
Yeah.
in
It didn't work over
before
here.
LA became a complete shithole, you know, like before it became the asshole of America. It actually did kind of work. They have what is called like co-op grocery stores. So think of it like this: your kid who's grown up poor, you know, like how your dad did and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you guys don't really figure, like, your mom's working, your dad's working, you guys still can barely, like, afford food and stuff. you can go to these grocery stores and you can work hours at these grocery stores and you don't get money. You just can go in and you get like food store credit. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah,
So like
yeah,
because I worked 6 hours, I have, 70 pounds in store credit that I can use to like buy food for myself or whatever. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, at least that's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a food, isn't it? It's a lot of money. No, what do we do here? If you worked over the hour, you'd get paid for it. You know, if they kept you on for a couple of hours. But what they do is say, do an hour, go home, and come back later and do an hour, so they didn't have to pay fucking kids when they were
No, yeah,
working.
that's what they did with that's what they do here is because with the co-op working is that
Yeah,
every hour that you work extra, like so you work six
fucking
hours. For
scum.
every hour that
Yeah.
you work, you get paid like eight
So I think they fucked
dollars
it.
or whatever in fucking like credit. But then if you
Yeah,
work 2 hours, right, you get $8 in credit times two. So
yeah,
the next time you
yeah.
get $16, and the next time you get $36, and the next time you get this, and the next time you get this. So if you work like 9 hours, right, you get like $500 in credit. That's why they make you go home in between shifts and shit because you can't. As soon as you log out,
No,
it
yeah,
shuts that down, so you
yeah.
can't have the like multiplier. But there's a lot of places in like California and stuff that are trying to do that, which don't get me wrong, I think is a great idea. Because they're selling food to everyone, right? And there's only like one out of every 1,000 person that'll actually come up there. Like you might go, oh wait, we're having a hard time. So you and me will go work up there for like 8 hours, for a couple of days, and then we're gonna leave and we're never gonna go shit back up there. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
people. It's one of those where it helps people in need. A and then B, you can sit there and go there and eat food now that we have our not food stamps, but we've worked there for this time. So cool. Yeah, it's just a gift card that you're allowed to have now. Um,
Yeah, I was wondering how they did it work for 'em.
we didn't
because
know what food
you
banks
remember,
were
wait,
until about 15 years ago.
yeah, 1 second. Remember, you got to think about a lot of the stuff they get is also like, you remember how when we watched Tiger King, how they talked about they would get food shipments of like, they weren't the best avocados or the best tomatoes. You could see that there was stuff in them, but you just cut that around
But
and
it's
they're still
edible
good,
bits of
Yeah,
it.
it's still
Yeah,
edible. It's still good. You can still feed it to yourself or your animals and stuff. That's what it is that you're gonna get the lowest part of it,
yeah,
but it's gonna be cheap and it's gonna
yeah.
be edible and you're not gonna die from it. So
Just to barely keep you alive like your hospital. Just barely. Got to work on you, but anything
True soul.
over that, you're dead.
You can't die.
The poor.
oh no, I
Stay
didn't
with us.
fucking.
Yes, in response.
I restarted our stuff, but I accidentally walked too close to these people, so I didn't see or hear what they were fucking talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I see it. I wonder why the
Shit.
sound. Just say what happened to your friend. Yeah, I might be able to help.
Oh, if I can do the illithid. I go where I wish. I don't want to do that. I need medicine. I've got medicine bonuses. I thought I had medicine bonuses.
Oh my god.
Roll again. There we go. Aspiration. Come on, please. There we go. It never lets me roll again when I'm about to die, but it lets me roll again whenever somebody else is
He's
gonna
hurt
die.
badly. An owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do.
I'm watching you.
Have you seen what an owl
The
bear
injured
is?
man locks eyes with you. A
Wow.
familiar
An
scorn
owl bear.
shines in your
That's a
head.
D&D thing. They're
No.
really. Do you have your phone next to you that you can like Google on?
An owl bear, right?
Yeah, it's owl as in like an owl, like the bird. Owl and then bear, all one word.
Take 2 minutes, come on.
Yeah, and then just hit fucking images when you do it, and you can scroll through the images.
Yeah.
Dude, owl bears are scary as fuck. Because, like, okay, did I tell you about the, what was
Never
the...
know. What the fuck's an owl bear? God.
Think about bears that have talons, like owl talons, and instead of having fur, they have feathers,
Oh,
right?
God.
So they can't fly or anything. They're just really,
What's this, a
really...
Viking thing, is it?
No. This is a D&D complete thing. The D&D created owl bears.
Oh, right.
But they're terrifying. I mean, that there's a reason why the guy was like, he was injured by an owl bear, and I don't know if he's gonna make it, because you get hit once, and they have claws like vultures. I mean, that instead of like a bear's claws. You remember I showed you the sloth bears, right? The ones that like they're so blind they'll just randomly eat people and shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Owl bears are
crazy.
just as vicious. But yeah. Come on. They're just sitting there playing, fighting each other. But yeah, look up owl bears and you're gonna shit your pants, dude. Because you see any realistic pictures of them, they're fucking terrifying. Like, you know how we talk about like skinwalkers or wendigos and shit? It's a skinwalker who went too far with the bear analogy.
Yeah, I've got it, yeah.
Come on, inside. I said inside. Let's go. Good girls, good boys. Inside. Yeah, that's fresh water right there.
That's crazy. Mm.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming turns in your head.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and
Got an
Rhaegar.
owl face, a
You
beak,
recruits.
and the claws, yeah,
Right.
and the feather.
Shepherd.
Yeah.
Protect them.
Crazy.
Oh, he's got the same thing in him.
He's a true soul.
So he's telling me to take care of his little brother and his little sister because he has the fucking mind thing inside of him too, the parasite. But he's dying.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
Oh god, now I have soldiers. What am I
What? Are you testing us?
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She
I don't
grants you
like
the power
this.
to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule.
I like these two. All zeal and no
And
brains.
no brains. Oh, yeah. I wonder that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
Yes, I do. And you will be slaves of mine.
We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
Me too.
You! Brenna! Kill him!
What? Really?
Oh my god.
I just... Why? 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 What did I do? I just said that I was... Oh my god. Okay, so let's try and be better friends with them before we try and talk to them. What the fuck, dude? Really? And I don't even have charm or anything on my person, so I can't fucking charm them or nothing. That's ridiculous, though. Like, just how he turned and was like, fucking murder them. Like, that's ridiculous.
So,
Asterion's
You
the
know about
fucking
these
vampire
pearls?
and the rogue, so he's gotta have.
Survive.
No, he
Only
doesn't
if my
have.
people extract them. The only other cure is the blade.
okay. Wonderful.
So it's just gonna have to go off my fucking charm. Jesus Christ.
You're a true soul. You, not a step. A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
So should I try the medicine again? See if I get
It's
a
up to you.
different roll.
Okay.
I know, but I'm just like, help me out, man. Jesus. Because I'm just like, I wonder, the illithid is, like, why is it that she can feel the illithid? Let me try this once. So she's
I'm
also...
so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin.
Yeah.
He's injured, and I wasn't thinking. Something stirs deep within you, hungry.
So she's also one of the
It's
companions you
taking
can get.
something you'll never get back.
Mm.
The injured man
I
locks
think.
eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his sibling.
Protect them.
Protect them.
Mind the true soul!
He's with the...
A true soul.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
Do what? Yeah, 1 second.
Did a little remix.
Remix?
We know that all too well, sir.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
Okay, so...
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get it. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edward not to look in that cave. It was filthy with owlbear tracks. What? Are you... The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well,
Sound like
you will
communists.
firstly, true soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes...
Oh, I like these two. All zeal and no brains.
I'm sorry. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. You're right, sir. The beast...
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, true soul.
Yeah, now you gotta go with me.
True soul, absolute.
Wait, I'm gonna let them leave. And I'm gonna fucking loot.
Power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you.
Oh, is there one of them inside the corpse?
Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you,
Strengthen you. Fuck.
No use. Compulsion takes over. Your actions are no longer your own.
Things abandon their hosts as soon as they need to. Vile parasites.
God, tadpole.
Jesus Christ, this
Do you
fucking
think your
place
kin
is
search for you,
huge.
Blazer?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
Do you remember how I could go to camp, go to sleep? I know, it was that fucking blue thing. Jesus. It's not a motherfucker, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna get off because of early now. I'm tired. Knackered.
Can't find shit, dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
An empty moon flare vessel. If its occupant survived, then nowhere to be seen.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I mean.
Alright, I'll see you later. Shut up. See you later. See you later.